Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Sue and I am from OML Embroidery. Over on the computer is Dawn.
Hello.
Hello. I wanted to show you guys, sorry the awning is still under construction for the new sweet shop. I didn't get a chance. All I have to do is iron it and do a little bit of stitching on it. I haven't done it yet, but how cool is that? This is the larger one. Lot of stitching here. It took a long time. However, it's cute. So I'll be fixing that. I'm also going to be doing a video on how to do the awning. I recorded it yesterday. I just have to edit it and I'll put that up. Because the awnings are so darn cute. So let's talk about the 5x7. Now, this is going to take a little while to stitch, but I thought it was more important to talk about placement than to show you guys all of the stitching, because there's one applique down here and then the rest is just stitching, and it's a quilt block, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to put that aside. I've got my 5x7 hoop right here. I wanted to show you the pack that I got the beautiful fabric from. Well, it's loud fabric, but that's okay. I've had it for about 2 years, and it's bright and beautiful and bright, if I didn't say that before. Oh, that's part of a different one, but
I like the candies.
I like the candies. They're not really candies, but they look like candies. I may or may not use it again because it was like, oh. Lots of different colors. Look, we can get the greens, the oranges. Look, whoo, that'll knock your socks off. However, it has the mermaid scales to match. So I think it's kind of cool. The colors are bright. Are bright though. So this is, I thought this was from something else, but it matches. So it brings out all the colors and it's just something else. And look at that. Woohoo. I figured it would be absolutely perfect for my candy store. So let me explain to you how I picked out my colors on this one. So the first thing I did was the fabric with this light purple and the Sidewalk matches. Then I pulled colors that stand out to me. And orange is one, the turquoise is another, and the hot pink is everywhere. So I just pulled from those colors, and I was told that Souville's Sweet Shop is famous for their orange icing. So you could do orange icing if you want. The cupcake up here has it too. So yeah, famous for our orange icing, but it pulls everything together. And even though this background is quite bold and loud, it doesn't, take away from the Sweet Shop at all, the way that I've done it. So that's how I pulled my colors. Oh yeah, the bright greens too. In retrospect, I would have made the pots this turquoise and bring it out a little bit more. So that's that.
Betty,
yes.
Sorry, Betty Turner says that you were mentioned during the Need a Good Design auction yesterday.
No, was I? Oh.
I don't know what was said. That's all she said.
Oh.
It was in the comment there.
Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, Misha, congratulations, Misha, for a Need a Good Design showcasing your Christmas lacy quilt. It was beautiful, girl. So congrats on that one. Okay, so let's talk about placement. How we're gonna do this. It's not
Hi.
what?
Mom says hi.
Mom, hi Mom. Hi Mom. We're going to do a little bit of hooping on this. So my block is 12 by 12, which is super easy to cut out because I have a ruler that's 12 by 12. So I just plunked it on and cut. And it's not perfect, but whatever. And I did some fusible backing just to give it a little more strength because there's a lot of stitches in it. And I've printed out the bottom part. So Dime Eileen Roche gives you a printable page that has this on it. Now, she uses the wonderful sticky paper, and she showed you guys how to do it. So this is just regular paper. I do have the sticky template paper, and it's awesome. But I just wanted to show you guys with the just regular paper. And I've cut it out. It's not even perfectly cut. That's fine. So I folded it in half both ways. So this is the exact center of my design, like my square. And that's how you do it. Fold, fold, and I ironed it, so hopefully you guys can see the lines. So we're gonna know that this one goes here. And this is the template that fits inside my 5x7 hoop. Now, it might be a little difficult for you guys to see, but all I'm gonna do is line it up. Not with this yet, but line it up with my lines. Now the inside here of this, the inside where the grid is, that is my stitching area. Now, I don't know the exact size of this part, but I looked on McDreamy and it pretty much covers the whole hoop from here to here. So this is what it's gonna look like. So the easiest way, we're gonna not worry about this. We're gonna line this up with my line. See, that's the middle and the middle, and take your time with this part. Now there are more than one way of doing this. This is how I'm gonna do it. Now this is just a fabric marking pen, and I'm just gonna mark these. Now you can make lines if you want. And I might, just to make it easier for you guys. But there we go. And now we know where we want the hoop to be. So here's our center. So when we go to hoop, it's going to be a lot easier. Now you can keep this template around to double check, but I'm just going to do it. So the design is sideways. So we are going to want to hoop it this way. And hopefully everyone caught that. I mean, it's easy enough to do. It's not too bad. I'm sure other people have other ways, but this is how I'm doing it. So I've just got my no-show my no-show mesh. I'm going to take my 5x7 hoop and I'm going to loosen it up a little bit. And what I'm going to do is place it so I can feel the outside of the edges. I can feel it. Remember, this is the end of our sewing field. So we want that kind of in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to place the other part of my hoop. And if you look, these notches here, we can get it lined up pretty well without any further ado on it, like issues. It's easy enough. Now, the other thing that I've done is I've loosened up the hoop. We can always tighten it later, but if you loosen up the hoop, this will make it so much easier. So I'm a little off. I'm going to put the center part in, and I'm going to loosen it up even more so we have a little bit of play. Now, you can pull on the fabric because I've put a backing on it, so it's not going to be too bad. Now, let's see. Let's go over this way. This is just good hooping practice. So I'm hooping the design, the fabric, the iron-on backing, and my no-show mesh stabilizer all in one. And this will make it come out beautiful. So just easy little push in. I can see I'm a little bit off. Now, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. I mean, we'd like our second story to look great. Another help, let's put this on. And let's see, is everyone following me, Don?
Yep, I think we're okay.
Okay. This is how I would do it, and I just seriously take my time. So we could line this up here is pretty easy when you have the dots. You could also draw it out if you wanted. And now I'm going to move my bottom hoop to fit in. And that should be pretty darn close. Yep. That was much easier to do. And if you find that you're a little bit off, or not quite as straight as you want, because we have the hoop so loose, then we can just kind of move it and adjust it just a little bit. Now, if you have the magnetic hoops, which I highly recommend, then you don't have to do all this stuff. You just got to make sure it's in the middle of the hoop. So, pretty good. What do you guys think? Pretty darn good. It's a little bit off, a little bit crooked, but I'm okay with it. I can set up McDreamy to make it fit. You can see I'm a little bit off, so I wanna not do that. That's not what I want it to do. So there we go. That should be quite a bit better.
That looks good, yeah.
Yep, that looks good, but we're gonna double check. And I almost always put this thing upside down. There we go. What do you think, Dawn? I think that's good. It's gonna be straight. It's not perfect, but you know what? Fiddle around with it, guys, and get it. So hopefully that's easy enough for people to figure out. And this is how you do your first hooping. The second hooping is going to be quite a bit easier to do because we have a lovely template and we're going to line it up. So what do you think, Don? Good?
Yep.
I think it's good. I think it'll be just fine. Just fine. So I've tightened it up. Now we're ready to go to the machine. So if you have any questions on that part, just let us know. Or you can ask in the OML Embroidery University Facebook group. These templates come with your hoops. And most people don't use them. And you should, because that just, rather than doing it freehand, that just made it a whole lot easier. Even easier if you take a ruler and you attach the lines. And then you're matching up these lines. So it's pretty easy. And super helpful. And it's awesome. So once you get everything where you want, don't forget to tighten your hoop. Because I loosened it so I could move it around. I can see I'm a smidge off there, good there, and a smidge off there, but we're okay with smidges. So let's go to McDreamy Cam. McDreamy is my brother Dream Machine 2, and we call him McDreamy. And if you guys can see, I'm pretty darn close to right there. It's just off a little bit. I am just looking and I have orange thread in, which I can work with. So, McDreamy Cam. So if you see here, you can tell that there's a little bit of space in the hoop, but not a whole lot. It pretty much fills the whole thing. So we'll see how that goes. Now, another thing is, look how I hooped it. So this is the top and this is the bottom because we're going to put the bottom here. And this is stitching out a different way. So we need to rotate it because it'll be upside down otherwise. There we go. So now the top is here and the top is here. So don't forget the rotation.
I'll be okay.
What?
I was like, what are you talking about? But that's the second floor.
Yeah, it's the top floor.
Gotcha. I was thinking, why do you want to rotate it? Because then it's, you don't have enough material. But
no,
it'll be all right.
We really want the top to be at the top.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I'll just have more coffee and be quiet.
Now, for the second part, I'm going to show you guys how I scan it with McDreamy and match everything up as well as doing the template. But for now, let's get started on this one. So hopefully we'll have finish editing. How about we put it in embroidery? Okay, so whoops, This is going to be the outline for our applique. And I'm going to do it in bright orange because, just because.
Cindy just told me to wake up.
Yeah, I know. So we have everything going correctly. Look, I was pretty on par right here. Isn't that cool? So, okay, I got to pick some fabric. I think I want the orangey flowers. Just let me find it. Just let me find it. Orangey bubbles, I could do. Well, apparently I've used the orangey flowers, so orangey bubbles it is. Bright and beautiful. So I'm going to pull this back so I can see what I'm doing. And we're going to place our fabric down because this part is applique. So this one is a lot about placement, and take your time and be patient. That's what I'm going to say about it. Just take your time, be patient, hoop everything, and you got it. So this is our tack down stitch. And it's going to continue on to our little designing stitch. I was like, hey, wait a minute, you're supposed to stop. But it just secures it, and then it's doing the cross hatch? That's what I'm trying to say. Hold on, I'll be right back. Ugh. I'm having bad allergies attacks, so if I sneeze, apologies in advance. I should be okay. Bobbin people, I put in a new bobbin because I didn't have enough. Isn't that a beautiful color? Okay, so let me know if I explained that properly for you guys, that you feel you can do it yourself. It seems tricky, but it isn't. Oh, I got a Bjorn, so bite me. Bjorn is not going to be able to hang out on the machine, but he is beside the machine. Bjorn is our gremlin protector. That's what he is. So, yeah. Yes, you did. Okay, good, Karina. I'm glad. Okay, so before we're going to stitch anything like this, we need to go back to the desk, Don.
Desktop.
And scissors? Scissors. All right, and we're just going to cut this. Just trim it.
I like the fabric.
It's kind of pretty, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I just thought bright is what we want. I might use it on the bottom, too. I'm kind of enjoying it. It's nice. So I'm just trimming to the line. Of course, we'll have some nice satin stitches to make everything look groovy. And back to the machine, Don.
Creamy's up.
And we're going to do satin stitches to cover it up on the sides. So there's a little bit of detail work in this one, but it's not a whole lot. It's pretty good. So, everyone, pretty, very pretty, pleasing to the eye. Yes, you're great, Sue. Well, I'm only great if people can understand what the heck I'm saying, so hopefully I explained that so it's easier for you guys to do. And I might be a little bit off on my placement, but I can square up this easily, the 12 by 12 square. You always make the squares bigger than what you need. Where's Lynn, the satin stitch queen? Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm not sure. Is she not here? I didn't see her name yet. Where do you get your quilting in the hoop designs from? Quilting in the Hoop. A couple of them need a good design, first and foremost, because they have so many beautiful packs. I'm creating my own, and I purchased a couple from OESD, which is awesome. Isabel, thank you very much. I'm going to be making my own, so awesome. I always use larger fabric to square up later. Yep, that's kind of the rule. I'm not necessarily a rule type of person, but that's one that'll save you grief and agony, we'll say. Grief and agony. That you want to make it bigger and you can trim it up. So even if I'm off a little bit in the square so it's not in the center, it's easy to fix. I think I might be up a little too high, but you know what? That's okay. So make sure you use your templates for your hoops. They're wonderful. Great to see your machine screen too. Yeah, we just came up with that. Dime also has some awesome edge-to-edge quilting design packs. They do, actually, which is really cool. So what color should the insides of our window be? White, maybe? Just something plain. White. White. Yes, sorry, I forgot about that. They do have, Dime has some packs. I have a couple of them. I still want the Pebbles one. I'm very fond of Pebbles and Feathers for quilting designs. They just make me super happy. So, yeah, those are good ones. Nice thing too about Dime, you must remember, is they usually give you the native file. Karina, hot pink, shush. Here's the hot pink that I use. It's kind of a dark pink. This will be used, don't worry. That was my building on the other one. I was trying to be a bit normal. I will do hot pink around the outside because we're all about bright colors. So Karina, I love hot pink. Yes, I used Juju and worked out great. Yes, anywhere you can find them. I'll be doing some, I just haven't got there yet. So our team testers, apologies, you haven't had any work for a while, but it has been a struggle, man. Dawn, several requests for minis. Are you planning any this year?
Maybe some popping up here and there, but not necessarily regular.
Dawn says they may be popping up here and there, but not necessarily regularly. Remember that Dawn has a full-time job in running the business, and he does most of the running of the business, not all. But most of it, so I can have time to do this. So if he doesn't have time, I mean, I can put out some different ideas, but it seems to me that Eileen Roche has picked up a lot on what we want, and she's adding a lot of them. But you know what? They can be, there's lots that can be applicable. But yes, we will be doing some, just not as regular. YouTube video showing a free download of her edge-to-edge designs. Oh, they got free edge-to-edge designs at their event. I have edge-to-edge designs that's their flowers, and it comes together so beautifully. I'll have to go check that out because that's something on our Quilting in the Hoops series that I'd like to work on. Which will be fun. Making everything fit, and it's awesome. So, I think we did a good job on placement. And I think the impromptu color change is awesome as well. What? Pardon me?
Eileen's been promoting the minis too.
Oh. Do you have guilt, Dawn?
I'll see what I can
Okay, that was good. Now he feels guilty and yes. Yes. The other thing you can do that's really beautiful is Eileen Roche has freestanding lace charms, and you could add them on the door. You could add them anywhere. It's gorgeous. I haven't done any, but I should. I really should. I don't know if black windows would look good. But hey, we're almost done this part. This part is just easy peasy lemon squeezy, so. We need a dog and a child peering into the window of this one. Yeah, for sure. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I'm just thinking, coming up with ideas. The allergies are kicking my butt, so I'm a little slow sometimes, but that's okay. No, I don't want your gross coffee. Coffee out of your Stormtrooper mug? Your Darth Vader. Don got for Christmas from the girls a Darth Vader mug that is the largest mug I've ever seen. And he uses it for hot chocolate, so we're kind of laughing. Don, it's your fault we are addicted to your minis. They are so good. I'll take that. Yep, it's true, Don. It's your fault because...
I will do some.
Okay, yeah, he'll do some. He'll do some. That's awesome. Is for the index to the designs and not the designs themselves. Just checked. Oh, that's good advice. That's good. So, not white. We're gonna do pink. So, here's your hot pink, Karina and Lynn. Hopefully, I didn't see Lynn online, so hopefully, Lynn, you will watch this after. And,
hot pink in there?
I'm putting hot pink in there.
Wow.
Why? It's part of the...
Everything okay?
Why? What are you on about?
Because we've been resisting hot pink.
Well, it's not neon hot pink, okay? There's a difference.
Oh, okay.
And it's... I mean, I guess it's hot pink. It's bright pink. How about we just say that? It's bright pink.
Liz is asking where they get the minis. There isn't any available right now for this design set, but we will be adding stuff throughout the year. And it goes in the
I'm sure they didn't hear that last part. We usually just add them, you know, after Eileen Roche, if Dawn has time, that coordinate with, you know, it was doors before. So we just put them up in the group or on omlembroidery.com. So, okay, I like the pink. It's a nice contrast to the orange.
Yeah, looks good.
I think I'll do the roof in pink too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and then we have to do our second hooping, and I will show you guys a couple of ways of doing that. So it's awesome. Pretty colors. Of course, you can make it your own. If you guys remember on the first one, I said Souville is just going to be buildings that make me happy. So they're all kind of based on a Halloween theme, like orange matches the first one, that sort of thing. But not necessarily. So just do them. I think the quilt blocks are gorgeous. I made the larger one as a quilt block as well because I don't have the fancy hanger, so which is okay. It would be cute to have something out the window there. I think that would be awesome. What kind of USB stick? Oh, I'm not a pink lady. I never use pink. You just want me to use it. Your store looks yellow, not orange. It's the background is lighter orange and the dots are white and a more normal orange. So it is a yellowy orange. A little more yellow on the screen. So, you know. Cindy King. Hi, Cindy King. So I'm in the group and then get them there. Yeah, do we have some in the group or did we? I think they're all in the file section of the group. The older minis for the doors.
Yeah, they should all be there.
Okay, yeah, that's where you find them. And you can reuse them. So, you know, that's fine. The January 1, you know, Small Town Charm was a quilt shop. And I made sure it was a Halloween quilt shop. I mentioned earlier, and I don't know if you guys caught it, I did do a video on how to put the awning together. I just gotta edit it and stuff like that. So I'll get that up for you guys. However, if you're having real troubles and you just want an awning, you can use one piece of felt and you can do the placement and then just stitch it down, and that gives you a cutting line for the scallops. So it's kind of handy that way, and that'll make it quite a bit faster. But it's not hard to do. It seems complicated, but I really, really like the 3D effect that the awnings give. I think it's awesome. I think it's really awesome. So I just have to finish mine. And I will be putting an awning on this, and I think I'll be using the clamshell designs that go with it, because it's awesome. So yeah, awesome. So like I said at the beginning, I thought it was much more important to talk about placement and hoop everything properly than do absolutely all of the stitching. So I won't be stitching this for 2 hours, but I'll let you guys know. Pink, I kind of like pink. I sometimes have pink nails, which is awesome. Not all the time, but I mean, I wouldn't paint a room pink or anything like that. I sometimes wear pink. Do you ever wear pink, Dawn? No.
Not very often.
I think it kind of clashes with your gingerness. Maybe. Great idea for the minis. Oh, what? If you want to keep the... Oh, okay, wait. Pink. Pink, pink, pink. We could use them as charms as well. Okay. Do you have a minis collection to purchase in the OML shop? He does, actually, and I should put it up this afternoon. They're really cute. Remember that minis that you did, Don?
Yeah.
I just never got around to putting it up. Nobody's put it up. So, yeah, all right. So, yeah. Oh, I love the pink and the orange. What a weird combination. That's awesome. So, yes, there will be minis that you can buy. They're just assorted minis and kind of fun.
Tell Cindy no that OML Embroidery is you. I just borrowed it to answer her.
Oh, yeah. Why do you do that?
I didn't want to turn on my phone to answer it. I don't have my iPad.
Oh, you don't have your iPad. That would have been helpful. OML Embroidery is me. But it has to be signed in to me to broadcast and do the lives. So when he answers, it'll say OML Embroidery. When I answer, it'll say OML Embroidery. Normally, like when he's downstairs for the digitizing, he's logged into his own because he doesn't need to be logged in. But he's sitting at my computer using my computer. So.
I usually use it.
Yeah, just no iPad, no nothing.
I didn't grab it.
Well then.
I was busy trying to fix the title.
Oh, true. I guess. And this is just about done. And I really like the colors, oddly enough. Okay, we should hear the happy noises from McDreamy. There we go. So, I'm going to return and delete this. It's still in my memory. Go into my memory, and I hope this is the right one. I think it is. I'm just looking for size.
5x5.
Yeah. So, yeah, it says it right here. 5x5. So, again, we'll have to do the rotating, but I'll just leave this up for now. And we have to unhoop and rehoop. So, back to the desk, Don.
Desk up.
So, I'm going to take that right out of the hoop. And, you know what? That's pretty good.
I like it. It looks really good.
Pretty good job. So, I think it's actually pretty centered in it as well. Awesome. So if you have the sticky stuff, sticky template stuff, which is awesome, that would be really clever to use. It would be a lot easier. The other thing you could do if you're finding all of this difficult is use a little bit bigger of a hoop. Then all you have to do is align your needle to the middle right here. So you don't have to be that precise. It'll still work.
Can you use a snowman there?
I could, but
Not everybody can.
not everybody can. So, and I'm trying to do it a little bit differently than Eileen Roche had, because, I mean, if you have a magnetic hoop, this will be like hoop and done. I don't happen to have a 5x7. I only have larger ones. And if you have the sticker paper, that's a whole lot easier too. But we're going to tough it out. We're going to tough it out. What?
You can print that template that you've got there. You can print that out in PEDesign as well, right?
There's no need. It's one of the pages in the PDF of instructions. So you just print out that page. You don't have to.
Better.
Yeah, you don't have to bring it through anything. So this is kind of what it's going to look like right here. Now, if we remember, this is the easy way of doing it. Now, obviously, I don't have the bottom hoop, but look how easily everything lines up. Isn't that awesome? That's exactly how we want to hoop. So let's go ahead and do that. But you see, if you have the sticky, I think it would be hugely beneficial. Hugely. So that's where we want. We could do dots if we wanted, or we could just hoop it. So let's see. I'm going to loosen it a little bit. And I still have enough stabilizer. So I'm putting my hoop underneath. And we want to feel around a little bit. Now I'm going to show you guys the magic of McDreamy for this as well, because I tend to not necessarily use templates because McDreamy has a scanner. So I know I've showed you guys before, but you haven't actually been able to see what I do. So, okay, what I'm trying to do is just get this generally lined up to where I want.
Sorry for the glare.
Oh, is it glary?
It's really glary right in the middle. Yeah.
You know why? Because I turned this light on. I'll turn it off. Is that better?
No.
Oh. Okay,
No,
well,
it's still there.
I kind of need it.
It's
so.
just because of your
I know.
thingy.
I know what it is. So, okay. What I'm going to do, because this is annoying. Did you put back my painter's tape?
Yep.
Thank you. Because this is moving around and it's going to take too much time. Although, please don't ever rush when you're doing this. Please don't rush. There's no rush. I'm going to speed it up. It's still just as easy as you think. There we go. Now my template isn't going to move. So let's do this again. So let's get kind of an idea. It has to go down.
Beth is asking, won't the hoop mess up the prior satin stitches?
No, it won't. If you have your, see how I did that? That almost just fell right in. If you have your hoop too tight and you're trying to force this in, then you might. But if you noticed, it just slid in beautifully. And I'm off. No, I'm not. I got it. Just like that, I got it. But, I mean, they're not going to wreck. They're not going to anything. So the key to it is loosen your hoop and then tighten it up and remove your threads that are stuck. There we go. So that is how to do the placement, and it's not so bad at all. I'm going to take this off because I'm going to show you guys what McDreamy will do that is a huge time saver. So everything's in. We got backing all over it. And we're going to go back to the machine, Don.
Hooping,
yeah.
Got it first try like that.
Yeah, pretty darn close. So, okay. Awesome, that looks right. That looks right. But let's play with McDreamy a little bit. So I'm gonna scan the inside of the hoop. Maybe that part's too far away, but I don't know. Let's see what he shows us. It is upside down, first of all. Oh, we can see it on the edge. So we need to go to edit, and we need to rotate. This isn't the best example of it, but you can see. You can see the orange. I think that's just about right. I might be a little crooked, but I think I'm okay with that.
You can adjust small degrees too?
I can, yeah.
Wow, okay, so you can really fine tune it in.
Oh, sure.
Nice.
You can make it, and this is why, if anyone wonders, why would I spend so much money on a machine? This is the reason why. This isn't the greatest example, but you can see it. And if we had a little bit more room, like on a bigger hoop, you just change it. Like this, see? That is even better, I think.
I'm just trying to read. Judy Quilts says, good question about the satin stitch, and she says, I'm thinking magnetic hoops would cause as much of a satin distortion, if there is any.
I don't think there would be any. Like I said, the only way you could do that if you're trying to force the top part into the bottom part and you pull out the stitches, but loosen it up and then you won't, and it's perfect. So this is how I tend to do it.
And Cindy is asking, did you trace out the design or the hoop? Is that what it was doing?
No, it was scanning the hoop to take a picture. See, this is the background. This is what's in the hoop.
The actual material.
The actual material. We'll keep doing this. This isn't the greatest example because the edge is right there. You can hardly see it, but look, right there is orange. And so
you can see it in there pretty good.
Can ya?
Yeah.
So then, look, when I move it, obviously it's going out, but you can see it a little bit better there. Yeah. But it superimposes the embroidery design over the fabric. And it can be super helpful. So it might not work. No, it might not work. And that is because we have it like really tight into the hoop. So it would be easier to get to do like a bigger hoop and do it. So hopefully you guys like that. More than one way of doing it. We also could have put a snowman sticker where the middle was, and then he would line it up perfectly. But with a bigger hoop, because this one is right on the edge. So more than one way of doing it, and
Cool.
we'll see how we did. So a little bit of overlap. I want to see how straight it is. It's not bad. It may be a little bit off, but what do you think, Don? Do I need to redo it?
Sure.
Well, come see. So before you go any further, this is what we're going to check out. Because I may need to re-hoop. And then you can look at it this way.
Yeah, because you're right on the bottom line here, and over here you're up.
I don't think it's going to matter.
It may not matter much.
I think it's more I need to put it over a little bit so it lines up.
To the left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good, though.
I hit the camera. Like a lot. So what I was looking at is this here.
Give me 1 second. Let me pull my dreamy screen off there.
Why?
So they can... Whoops. So they can see the whole line across that you're showing. Yeah.
Okay, so what I was looking at, now this is slightly crooked, but I really don't think it matters. If you look like this, you're not going to be able to tell. So you don't need to be, crazy picky about it. The only thing that might be a little off is right here, the connectors. The satin stitches, do remember that we're putting an awning there. So, I was pretty close. I might scooch it over a little bit. I just hit the camera again. It's a camera hitting day.
Stop that.
I know. I know. So, I might edit it. And, I can't. All right. Well, never mind. I'm honestly okay with it because I know how it's going to turn out. So, did I bang the camera too much? I did.
You may have.
Is that...
That's good.
Okay. All right. So, should I use the same? Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll use the same fabric. So practice, 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 people. That's all you need to be able to do it. It's easy enough. Just takes a little bit of work to do it. So there we go. I wish I had a 5x7 magnetic hoop. I didn't get one. They're hard for me to get here in Canada. I didn't get one because I figured that I wouldn't be using it too often, and here I am using it all the time. So I'm going to put that on my to-do list and get one because I think it would be really convenient. I could have used a bigger hoop and messed around with the placement. In fact, that would have been a great video. Doing that would have been a great video. So there we go. Now we're gonna stitch it down, tack it down, and then we're gonna do the designs. No, we're just gonna do the designs. That's okay. Either way, it's getting tacked down. And I'm leaving it as pink because I think that would look really cute. So take more time than I did and place it a little bit better. Sometimes I can take, 20 minutes to hoop something. I just didn't want to do that live. If it was recorded, I would have just hooped it the way I want, then shown you guys. So, yes. So what's this? I've not done a tree skirt. Yes. Tree skirts are fun. I think one of my favorite tree skirt designs is Anita Good Design has one, and it's so beautiful. So I like the colors. I'm not worried about my placement. I think it's good. And there we go. Lynn is gonna love you for all of the pink. I know. I miss Lynn. We haven't been able to do anything for the longest time with all of these scares we've been having. And it's... I miss her. What's that?
Maybe soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Because I'm going to... I think we're doing underlay for the satin stitches, so... I'm gonna... I messed around with the colors, so I may have joined the separation on this. So I'm gonna stop.
With this 5x5, do you know how big the finished product is? Like the finished block? You're doing a...
Well, the block right now is 12 by 12. Can I go back to the desk, Dawn?
Yeah.
The block is 12 by 12. And I'll probably be able to cut it down to 10 by 10.
That's pretty good then.
Yeah. But, 2 hoopings. And it's the 2 hoopings are easy enough to do.
You should just put up a reminder. Anyone that wants the dime doors from last year, they're still up and only temporary, so grab them if you want them.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I'm surprised that she did that at all. But yeah, so many people asked. You're gonna have to grab them for sure. So I'm just gonna cut straight across. I know this is our door and stuff, but we'll see how it gets put down.
That looks pretty good. I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
See, if you look here, Dawn, it is slightly off and a smidgen crooked, but you really can't tell.
You're not gonna notice. Your eyes aren't drawn to it.
No.
Which is good.
No. And to me, that is close enough.
It's nice that you don't have to be that perfect with it then.
The zigzags basically match up, so there's some continuity. But it is slightly off, but give yourself a break.
And then the awning will cover up that.
Yeah.
Most
Oh,
of it
yeah.
Anyway, right?
Back to McDreamy, please.
Dreamy.
Okay, let him continue on his hot pink travels. Yes, it's doing a lovely zigzag now. So I'm leaving it pink because, why not? I suppose I could have done it orange, but see, that matched up pretty well right there. It's not bad. And again, remember, there's going to be an awning right there. But even if there isn't, it's pretty darn close. So awesome. Love McGoogly eyes on the hoop. I know. Thank you very much for your donation. I can't read what it says. MEDBH. I don't know how to say that, but thank you. Thank you very much. If you notice McDreamy, you're going to put McDreamy up, Don?
I can put it back up.
Well, yeah, they like it. McDreamy has googlies too. So yay, I'm pretty happy with the hooping. We'll work more on the scanning. I know, Cindy King, you have commercial embroidery machines and they won't have that feature because you don't need to use it at all. But I will do it a little bit more so you guys can see, like with a better example. It is just super handy for placement. So I normally will not print out any templates or anything. I can just set it all up inside McDreamy. He just scans it. So if you're doing something like flowers, flower background or jacket or something, You can precision place and size everything on McDreamy, which is awesome. Which is helpful. Helpful. So it just makes it easier. Now on the Luminaire and the other one, whatever it's called, the Baby Lock one, instead of having it on the screen here, it projects the embroidery design right on your fabric. So 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So second floor would be cute, decked out like an apartment with curtains, etc. Great idea, Beth. Yeah. Awesome. The dime one looks good. Yeah. I think this is good. I'm quite happy with it. Look at, this is perfect. Huh? Do you see that join there, Dawn? It's perfect. It's perfect. The other one is slightly off, and I knew it was slightly off, but it's also okay. I'm not that worried about it. And if you don't want to do the second level on it, you certainly don't have to. I love that feature on my Destiny, which is the sister to your McDreamy. There you go. Yes. It's handy. I literally do use it all the time. It just saves time and it's easier, and you don't have to worry about hooping everything perfectly because you can adjust it on the screen because you can see the fabric underneath.
Is that your applique or do you have tension problems?
Oh, it's the fabric.
Okay.
It's just shredding. I just have to trim it a little bit.
Sorry, just wanted to check.
Yeah, no, it's just wispy up there for some reason. Yeah, it looks a little bit like a disaster, doesn't it? But see, it's not on the side, so I fix it. I don't know why it's so messy. Ooh, drink time. How are we doing on time, Dawn?
Coming up on an hour. Oh, we're at, yeah, we're just about there.
Alright, well, I've got the applique and the folded fabric to do. And then the rest literally is just stitching. So you guys can do that part. I didn't get much of a response from people if they wanted to see the larger one stitch. Because it's basically the same, although, you know, it doesn't have the skill of the 2 hoopings, but we can do that. I stitched it yesterday, obviously, but I didn't think about it. What are we doing now? What is it doing? Tacking the fabric down? No, okay. I was wondering where that line was. Oh, you know what? You know what I've done? I messed around with colors. So this is for the folded fabric. So all I have to do is go. This is why it's probably a good idea not to mess with colors, because wow. When you do it, you kind of go, what's going on? So what we want to do is I'm going to go into edit. No, I'm not. Get rid of that. We're going to go back up a color to, see, I've made it such a pain in the butt for myself by messing with colors. Isn't that funny? Because now that'll teach me. Yeah, that'll teach me. And I wasn't paying enough attention, and all of these merged together. So I need to go forward a lot. It's much easier if you have done it properly. So just that'll teach you. Just be careful when you're changing colors on your screen, because I brought it into the software to add the lettering and stuff. But see, I'm just fast forwarding just to get where I want to be, and you can kind of see what it's doing. But yeah, my bad.
Judy Quilt says, we learn so much from Sue's boo-boos. Sometimes I think she plans them in advance to teach us.
Possibly. I'll never tell. I'll never tell.
Your secret is good with me.
Well, they're common things that people do and they get frustrated and upset. So I'm showing you how to fix it. I saw someone ask that question in another group that, you know, it's not separated anymore. But if you pick black for all the colors, it's just going to stitch out black. There's no separation. It doesn't know to stop for, you know, what you need to do, which in this case is folded fabric. So that's why there's so many color changes. Now I'm getting there. I guess I can go. I want to go right to the end, which I should almost be there. So back a little bit, maybe. I don't know what he's doing there. Oh, see. I really messed it up. I was not feeling well yesterday when I put this together. Okay, now I'm in the right spot. Thank you. So, let's do this.
So, and what is it we're doing? The
folded fabric. For what?
Is it for the sidewalk?
Yes. So, I have the fabric face down with the edge pulled down. Now, I know normally it's going to show up with just a line, and that's when I know it's my cue for folded fabric. So, quick recovery. Okay, it was pretty slow, but I recovered nonetheless. And then we're going to fold it down. So this is why you put it face down, because we're going to fold it back. And then we have a beautiful, beautiful folded line here. Now the next step with folded fabric is that it is going to tack it down. And in this one, it's going to put in a couple of designs for the sidewalk. And, you know, Sueville is a bright place, so who says we can't have pink for sidewalk? I think we can. We have to do some trimming. Now this one is just going to keep tacking it down. No, I like the light pink and the hot pink. That works out really well. So once this is done, now we have to do a little trim. So let's do that. Can we go back to the desk, Don?
Desk up.
So hands up. How many people have messed up on the color changes and everything has gone together? Hands up. I know I've done it before. And you kind of think, hey, wait a minute. Aren't we supposed to be doing something else? Yeah. Everyone's done it. And it's a good example. So, I think this is coming along just fine. Now it's going to do the satin stitches here. So Dawn, back to McDreamy, please.
Dreamy's up.
So yeah, if you merge your colors, that's one thing you have to worry about. You have to keep an eye on it. So you get your color changes. Most of the time, I don't bother with, checking out the color changes, because I just do them at the machine. And it's generally a good idea to not put your design through software if it's a stitch file, but I was using the native files, so that makes it better. So this is just finishing the edge here, and I could have trimmed it a little better. Allergies have just made me off. I'm just off. But that's okay. I'm doing it in orange to kind of match up there. pink and orange. Who'd have thought? I like it. Bright and bold. But, you know, of course, you don't have to do it bright and bold. You can do it in any colors that you want. I think Alicia put hers up in the OML Embroidery University Facebook group, and it is awesome. Bumping the McDreamy screen cam. Did I? No. I'm just off. I didn't even notice I did that one. Apologies. Karina gets a lot of points for camera bumping. For me bumping the camera. I can tell the McDreamy hoop one's off. You guys can still see. Yeah, you can still see. I'm sorry. I'm just off. This is what allergies and exhaustion does to me. Just makes me tired. Still get a good view though. Do you have a small town? Do you live in a small town? Ish. I'm gonna say ish. It's certainly not a big city, but there's smaller towns around us. What do you think, Don? It's like 100,000 people, so.
No, we're not really a small town.
Beth! Inspiration for Don and his new mini shop. Ooh, ho, ho. Did you see that? Thank you, Beth. That's awesome.
You better put that set up today.
Yeah, you better make some more.
Well, I will, but...
Yeah, I know. I know. I got lots to do today, so... Beth Price, I'm moving my property. Ah, there we go. And get more motivated on these days with the OML gang. Betty Turner says, yeah, it is fun. We have some serious fun. What I like best about it, aside from, you know, seeing, air quotes, seeing everyone, is getting stuff done. It's really nice to be able to get projects done, even if we only do a block a week. I mean, it's fantastic. The sidewalk reminds me of a dreamsicle ice cream. Yep, it sure does, doesn't it? I like it. I like it. These are just colors on the go. And they're gonna match everything, so awesome. So this will line up because this is part of the design. So what color are we gonna do for the inside? All right, I want, how about this one? I want, I guess it's gonna be an outline first. I always do this. There we go. Okay. I probably wasn't supposed to cut that off, was I? Probably not. I even said it too. That's okay. Everything can be fixed. I said I wasn't going to cut it off, and then I did. So, yeah. Isn't that pretty? Look at that color. Well, as long as I don't stitch my finger through, I think it'll be a successful day. Right, Don?
Yeah. This is for the windows?
Oh no, it's gonna stitch it over. This is for the door and the windows. So, can we go back to the desk?
Yeah, let's go.
So, I know what it is. It is a little bit different than what we're used to. And that's why I got confused. Also, it's easy to confuse me today.
I was confused. That's why I asked what it was.
Yeah, this is the door and window. So, this part that I cut off is going to stitch, and it's just going to stitch, like it's just fill stitches. We're used to applique, so I'm like, what about this around here? But this is going to be stitches.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
So I did do it right. It's fine. You can either leave the fabric there or not. But yeah, it's just fill stitches. And this is the part why I said that, you know, I'm not going to stitch out the whole thing. We've done all the appliques and the folded fabric. We've done the placement, that sort of thing. So awesome. So back to the machine, Dawn. Is Karina still talking about bumping the camera?
Yep.
It's one of those days, Karina. I'm having a hard day and you're making it worse. I messed everything up and moved the cameras. Oh well, at least I hooped right and I haven't sewn my finger to my design. And so I'm gonna...
What do we say? Don't stitch your face today?
Yes, that's kind of a weird thing that we say. I'm so tired I could stitch my face on the machine. Or stitch my face to whatever we're stitching out. That's just Dawn and I being silly. I put the hot pink back because I think it's going to look really good. So it's going to stitch all around here. It's going to be a lot of stitching. But that's okay. The other one was a lot more. So how's everyone doing? 11:11?
Yeah, it's 11:11.
Okay, I just want to show how this is going to fill in, and then the rest is just stitching. It's going to stitch the details. So this is going to be solid. Right here is going to be solid. And it's going to put a design under here and here. And then we've got the cake and stuff like that in the window. And then this is our door. That forms part of our door. And then just the details. So this is in between. See how it's doing it there? It's just the underlay. In between the door and the window, that's the little space. So yeah, it's just details. And I just really wanted to cover, you know, the main parts of it. So I can't wait to see how you guys do on yours. Allergies are awful. I know. I'm pretty much sure I'm allergic to Dawn, but but I don't know. It's not work because I work all the time. I didn't sleep for like 2 nights, so yeah, I'm really tired. But that's okay. It happens. Hopefully it'll get better. I have editing to do and finish stitching this, and what else, Dawn?
Minis to put up.
And what?
The minis to put up.
Minis to put up. Once I get all that done. There we go. So, what do you guys think? What do you think, Dawn? Is this a good place to stop? Because all of the applique and the order and everything is done, and it's just literally straight stitching.
Maybe take a couple minutes, see if anyone has any other questions.
Okay, yeah. Are there any?
Take a few minutes for questions.
Okay. Sue, feel better. Rest if you can. I'm fine. I'm enjoying these small town stores. Can't do February until my dream baby returns from her spa vacation and conditioning visit. Sue forgot the full moon. I know, right? I know. I only know there's a full moon because my daughter's a nurse and she knows when it's a full moon. Thank you, Sue and Dawn. Next couple of days will be good to sew, calling for 6 or more inches of snow tomorrow.
No, stay in.
Ew.
I have digitizing. I have day today for a couple of customers. So.
Cindy King says, I loved your Need a Good Design article. Thank you. It's so me. I'm so excited about it. I'm so proud.
What was mentioned yesterday at the auction?
I don't know. I didn't hear about. Dawn was just saying what was mentioned about me at the auction. I don't know. I'd love to get my hands on a couple of them. Alicia, thanks for showing us how to align the 2 parts. You're welcome. It's not that hard. Hopefully I made it look easy and not complicated. Hopefully if you have a McDreamy or you know, a machine with the scanning feature, that you use it, because it's awesome. It's awesome. It's a time saver for sure, and I literally use it all the time. Do you guys have any questions? Dawn, get a stun gun. I think she will keep sneezing, but maybe starts hiccuping. The Norseman? That's aggressive! Wow!
I tried to buy a new Nerf gun, but I got shot down.
It was a... but it got shot down with the Nerf gun? We keep Nerf guns in our office. Mine is duct taped to the bottom of my desk, like James Bond style, just in case anyone approaches me that needs to be nerfed, that I have it handy. So yeah. I use my scanning feature all the time. Love my machine. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for using it. Yes, it's awesome. It is literally awesome. And I'd be surprised if you didn't just like instantly fall in love with the scanning thing. I'll be doing more now that we have our McDreamy face cam. I'll be doing more on that. Anita Good Design Auction mentioned you to make sure everyone visit your site about you being the first ambassador. Awesome. Oh, yay! Oh, yay! No, visit the channel, not the site. My site isn't anything. It's, if I have time, I work on it. It's the site, the channel. I'll have a chat with them. Awesome. May need fast release Velcro on the Nerf gun quicker. Good advice, yeah. Good advice. Too noisy though. The duct tape, it's like a holster, so I can just pull it out. It's perfect. We've always been that way, right, Dawn?
Yep.
An Arsenal. My Maverick Nerf gun. You know, we just have fun. I miss my airsoft guns. I think I have to get new ones. I used to play airsoft.
I still have my paintball gun.
I don't care for paintball. I messed up my camo. It's fun. So, does anyone... Let's see. OML, did you teach how to attach the awning during the January shops video? I don't think I did, but I have made a video showing everything, so that'll be out. You should put the YouTube channel on the homepage front and center on the website. I guess I could do that, yeah. It's off to the side, but I want everyone to understand that the YouTube channel is the important part. But yeah, probably a good idea. Subscribe so you don't miss anything. Participate so we can keep it going, because we have so much fun trying to watch and read comments at the same time. I know. I know. It happens. Apparently, I'm in a non-multitasking day, which means I can only do one thing at a time. Usually I do at least 5, but not today. It's one thing at a time.
You're in dawn mode then, because I can only multitask all the way.
No, I know. One thing at a time. Most men are like that. But yeah, I multitask. Ooh, tomorrow we're going to be doing... No, not tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Sorry. Today's Saturday, right? Yeah. See, that's how off I am. Tomorrow we are going to be starting a new thing. Anita Good Design, and we're going to be working with Mylar. So I did a little preview video, so check that out. And you'll know everything you need and how to get yourself on some Mylar and stuff like that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, is the stitching in the window tatami, or could you add Mylar for the window? It is tatami stitches. It's not the window, it's around it. So the window is right here with the purple background, which is like wallpaper, I guess. So you can't use Mylar on any of this. You have to have special, like, really loose stitches for the Mylar. So we'll look at that tomorrow a little bit more. Look pretty dense. I'm not sure Mylar will show through. No, they are pretty dense, actually. Well, I mean, they're just typical tatami stitches, which are dense. The Mylar would not show through on this pink parts. Absolutely not. Maybe on the underlay, but you need more than underlay. It has to be pretty.
I'm excited for Mylar. It'll be fun.
I'm excited for Mylar. I've actually, honestly, never used Mylar. So I'm kind of excited about that. So, yeah. Is tatami just another name for plain fill stitch? Yes, it is. Sorry about that. It's a Wilcom thing, they call it tatami. It's just your basic fill stitches, and they're more dense by nature. So yeah, you couldn't put anything underneath it. You could stitch the cakes and then put down clear plastic or Mylar and go back and stitch the fill stitches. You could. You could. I think the cake stitches would... Oh, I don't know. It would be a good experiment. I always think that the Mylar is delicate, and we're going to see how delicate it is tomorrow. So, yeah, looking good. Our little shop is looking good. Very nice. I also added a name on this one, and I think the cake will have this color pink icing. So, I hope you guys can line everything up and make a nice size block and use the fabrics that you want. I think the 2 levels, I think that's a great challenge for you guys. Don't forget to use your templates and mark your fabric, and it's awesome. And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. This still has 20 something minutes to stitch, so I think we're good. What about putting that meshy fabric from before the scenery panels and putting that over the cakes? Yeah, anything. Vinyl would work for the window and door. Yep, for sure. Thank you, Sue and Dawn. You're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it. Saturday and Sunday are our favorite stitching days. So this is just going to keep stitching. We have done all the hard parts. There will be a video showing you how to do the awnings for all of them. And thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for joining us. If you have questions, head on over to the OML Embroidery University Facebook group, and you can ask your questions there. So color change, and we're going to go to the cakes. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone. Bye.